Great job on putting together that audience for your targeted Facebook ad. I told you it's nothing scary. There's nothing to it. So now we're on to our budget. And with the budget, you got to be bold. You got to have a little bit of balls, because what you have to understand is that you're going to be bidding against other companies that are trying to target your same audience. So you got to be a little proactive and you got to be a little aggressive about it. So before we dig in, I'm going to direct your attention to one thing. And that's the estimated daily reach. So this is an estimate of how many people based out of your target audience are going to use Facebook on a daily basis. As you adjust your budget, you'll see it move. The further off to the right it is, the more people that you'll get every day. Now, you don't necessarily have to have all the people see your ad every day, because that would require a huge budget. But just kind of keep an eye on it and be aware of it as you make changes. So let's dig in. The first thing you see is going to be budget. And this is obviously how much money you want to spend in this campaign. There's two ways to do it. First one is daily budget. The other one is lifetime budget. So daily budgets are really good if you want to run your ad continuously, just nonstop. That way you have a little bit of control as far as how much money you're spending, so it doesn't get too carried away. The lifetime budget is great if you're running it for a specific length of time, because it will pace out this budget over the lifetime of the ad. So just real quick, since I talked about it earlier, check out your budget. Right now it's $5. Look at your estimated daily reach. I'm going to change it from $5 to $10 just to kind of show you what kind of impact $5 can have a day. So I have the potential to reach 700 more people a day with $5. I'd say it's worth it. So right underneath budget, you have schedule. So the first one is run my ad continuously starting today. So the way that this works is, if you have a daily budget, it's not going to stop running until you actually tell it. If you have a lifetime budget, your ad will stop once you run out of money. The other option that you have is set a start and an end date, which is probably what you would do with a daily budget, where you just kind of run it over a certain length of time. Once again, if you do have a lifetime budget running, it will pace that budget out over the lifetime of the ad. So the next thing down is how we tell Facebook to optimize our campaign. Let me just show you what I mean. The first two options here have Facebook optimize your ad in a way where it encourages people to click on your website. And there's two ways that you can get this done. The first option is pay per impressions, where you're actually bidding on how much 1,000 impressions is worth for you. So you'd use this if you were just trying to build brand recognition or get your name out there, maybe advertise a listing, something along those lines. The next option is pay per link click, where you're actually putting a bid in for how much a click is worth to you. So for any kind of lead capturing, where you want to drive them to a landing page or anything like that, that is the option that you want to click for sure. The last two options are pretty much just getting your ad out there as much as possible. The first one, daily unique reach, is having everyone see it at least once a day. And the second one is having as many people see it as many times as possible. But just to be proactive and to be aggressive and to have some control over how our ad is being put out there, I always recommend the first two options, pay per impression or pay per click. Like I said, this is your way of setting your bid and getting a one-up on everybody else trying to target your audience. So now we move on to pricing. The first option is just having Facebook automatically optimize it to where you get the most clicks at the best price. If you haven't done any targeted ads, this is what you might want to try just to get an idea of how much it's going to cost someone to click on your website, or how much 1,000 impressions is going to cost you. But if you're feeling ballsy and you want to be a little bit more proactive, you can set the bid you're willing to pay. So let me just tell you how this works. Based off your bid price, that doesn't mean that that's what you're going to pay. It only charges you 1 cent more than the next highest bidder. This is just your way of saying what it's worth for you. So if you want to have balls, I always put $25 in the link click. It is never costing me $25 for a click. Even when I set it this high, it's usually 31 cents a click, 40 cents a click, something like that. This is just you telling Facebook how much a click is worth to you. They want all their ads seen and they want money, so having a higher number is absolutely going to help you. Next up is ad scheduling. Very, very straightforward. With ad scheduling, you can have it run the ad at all times, or you can run it on a schedule. So let me just go back up here and switch it to lifetime budget since it's only available with a lifetime budget. But you'll get an idea of what I mean. Run ads on a schedule. If you just want a time block when you want your ad to run, that's fine. I wouldn't really recommend it because you don't really know when people are getting on Facebook and all that kind of thing. So I would definitely have it run at all times. Next up is the delivery type. You can have it choose how you want your ad is delivered. The first option just shows your ads throughout the day, just kind of spans them out. The second one is accelerated, where it just shows your ad as quickly as possible. So you'll be eating through your marketing budget pretty much as quick as possible to get your ad seen as quick as possible. So that's about it for budget. Like I said, have balls, be bold, be fearless, and most importantly, analyze all of this information once your ad is running so you can get an idea of how it's unfolding and things that you can do to increase your conversion rate. So stay tuned. Next, what we're going to talk about is good practices for your image and your text for your campaign. After all, it's the first thing that they're going to see, and that's what's going to drive them to your website. So it's important that you got that all squared away. I'll see you there.